Finally, Robinhood have made their much anticipated announcement. But it wasn't the news that we were hoping for. Robinhood have decided to abandon their UK launch indefinitely.
Robinhood is of course the investment app that changed the investment landscape for ordinary investors in the US by eliminating thieving trading fees that all the other investment platforms were charging at the time.
Trading fees have been one of our most despised fees because they prevent you from building and maintaining a properly diversified portfolio. What really grinds our gears is that we know that trading isn't a major cost driver for a platform, so it's ridiculous that they charge such extortionate fees.
Robinhood literally changed the game over in the US, and when they announced in November 2019 that they were entering the UK, we investors up and down the country rejoiced. It meant customers would benefit from a massive competitor shaking up the market here too, with fees sure to fall on all the other platforms as a result. This has not happened. They were due to launch in early 2020, and when that time came and passed, they notified us that there was a slight delay. But unfortunately, that delay has now turned into an abandonment.
In this video, we're going to be looking at why Robinhood have pulled the UK launch, what it means for the UK investing scene, alternative apps, and why it may not be the body blow that it could have been. Let's check it out. Welcome to Unshackled.com, the investment and finance channel and website that says you and your finances free.
That was Andy and I'm Ben, and if you like what we say, hit the like button and click subscribe.
The update. This is the email for those that didn't receive it, where Robinhood state that they are postponing the UK launch indefinitely. They think their efforts are best spent on strengthening their core business in the US and improving their systems.
They go on to say that they look forward to the day when they can bring their mission to the UK. Although we wouldn't bet on this happening anytime soon because they are deleting their waitlist of 250,000 registered emails and closing down the UK website.
Alternative apps. In a previous video, when we announced that Robinhood were coming to the UK, we stated that they didn't appear to be providing us with anything more than what we already have. Free Trade and Trading 212 were already offering something even better and have gone from strength to strength.
Since then, Stake have entered the scene, and we would go so far as to say that the Stake app offers an almost identical service to what Robinhood were going to offer, except for a small FX fee. We have many offers on our website for some of these apps where you will be gifted with a free share just for signing up and depositing a small amount. It's worth checking these offers out if you're considering using them.
Revolut and eToro have commission-free trading also, but neither of them have tempted us to back them yet. Revolut only give you a handful of free trades before charging, and eToro mix their free investing service along with their CFD service, which is very dangerous for beginners who don't know what they're doing.
What it means for the UK investing scene. The world has certainly changed a lot over the past several months, and we think Robinhood are not just referring to coronavirus. We think they have recognised that their sluggishness to launch has allowed competitors to beat them to the punch. Robinhood was founded in 2013 in the US, and 7 years of failing to expand abroad has allowed others to take their rightful place here in the UK.
After all, there are a decent number of upstarts now proving very good free trading apps for themselves. We were hoping that Robinhood would cause the major platforms like Hargreaves Lansdown and Interactive Investor to respond by slashing their trading fees.
This is precisely what happened with the major US platforms, but we guess there won't be the same pressure now, unfortunately. This is bad news for the consumer.
We received the Robinhood email at 11:06 AM on Tuesday the 21st of July, and just look at what happens to the share price of existing major player Hargreaves Lansdown. At 11 AM it was £16.02, and by 2:30 PM it was £17.61, a whopping 10% surge, or £750 million added to the value of Hargreaves Lansdown.
That is the market saying with a powerful statement that they now think that Hargreaves Lansdown will no longer be forced to lower prices to compete, or at least not to the extent that was previously expected. A similar story can be seen with AJ Bell's share price, not quite as dramatic, but still there's a clear upward trend.
We think that Robinhood would have provided the continued impetus for improvements across the UK investing scene. But don't despair, there's still adequate competition and it's heating up. Free Trade have recently surpassed 200,000 customers. This success will not be going unnoticed in the industry.
For instance, at the beginning of the year, Interactive Investor, the UK's second largest investment platform, scrapped their regular monthly investment charge, allowing investors to invest for free when investing monthly. We were hoping for more like this when Robinhood arrived.
Why Robinhood are really cancelling the UK expansion. The company has seen its business boom during the coronavirus pandemic. The volatility of stock markets acts as a magnet and gets people interested in stocks. No surprise when economic news hits the front pages.
But Robinhood hasn't been without its bad press, highlighting the issues that they have had with their systems, which recently suffered outages. This left some users unable to access their accounts. The outages even prevented access to the platform on what was one of the busiest trading days of the year. You can imagine the reputational damage this must have caused. They'd be keen to avoid this happening again in a new market.
Moreover, one of their users sadly took their own life as the app led him to believe that he had lost $730,000, which wasn't the case. So when Robinhood say they need to focus on their core systems, this is an understatement. Its brand image can't afford for simple errors like this to happen ever again, and a new launch inevitably comes with potential problems.
However, we believe that they also came to the conclusion that their initial offering just wasn't going to be good enough for the UK. The investment landscape in the UK is very different to the US, which is why we set up this YouTube channel in the first place, to help everyone in the UK learn about money.
For a start, UK investment platforms cannot normally offer US listed ETFs due to the regulations to protect consumers. ETFs are hugely popular and their absence would be a massive gaping hole.
Secondly, most UK investors will only ever invest through an ISA for the tax efficiency. But Robinhood didn't appear to offer this account type. Robinhood would have been operating in US dollars, but only British sterling can be held within an ISA.
Thirdly, as we mentioned earlier, the existing free trading apps are already light years ahead of Robinhood's launch product. Its famous name would have earned it many customers at first, but we suspect that this would have turned into a negative social media firestorm had they launched with an inferior product. It would have been a very watered down version of the famous app. Everyone was expecting Robinhood, but they would have got Friar Tuck.
Not a body blow to consumers. Anecdotally, we've already seen an enormous shift from millennials and Gen Zers away from traditional brokers. Everyone seems to be using the free platforms, and rightly so. This has no doubt caused a slowdown in the number of first-time investors using the old platforms.
We've been very impressed with Free Trade and other similar apps, particularly with the huge number of stocks and ETFs that they've been regularly adding. Had we been investing today for the first time, then there's no doubt about it that we would be using the free apps over costly alternatives. I'm even contemplating moving my main portfolio over to Free Trade, as they now have an incredible ETF range, which is the core of my portfolio.
Question of the day: are you disappointed that Robinhood have abandoned us? Or do you agree with us that it was probably a bit of a damp squib? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. On this channel we talk about personal finance, investing and all things money. And if you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is MoneyUnshackled.com. See you next time.